get the salvaged and then you take it to the refinery resources, or are there other kind of like raw materials other than salvage stuff?
There's salvage, then there's sulfur, which you make explosive materials with, and then components, which you can use to make refined materials. And then there is also concrete, which is made elsewhere in a different structure that isn't here, unfortunately.
Okay.
With basic materials and all of those other refining resources, you can come over to this building here at the factory, which is where literally everything else is built. Every bomb, bullet, spawn, piece of equipment, everything is built here. Vehicles are built at buildings like these, or there's vehicle depots somewhere. I don't exactly know where. Tango Niner, how you doing, buddy? You look new. Do you know what you're doing?
It looks like us. He doesn't know what he's doing either.
I can tell that you guys are new because you don't have a rank. You can see mine is a captain. I've got my my clan tag and my name, and then so Tango Niner, if T is the push to talk, and if you don't have a mic, you can press enter and type whatever you want.
Hey, Unicorn. So, I expect if you want to kind of be more of a run and gun, infantry, do you really need to learn this stuff, or are there at times you really need to like go and gather to help if we're low on shit?
It's good to help the team, and I sometimes feel guilty, so I typically go back and forth between doing a significant amount of salvaging, or helping to refine stuff, or driving things to the front, because somebody has to take it from these things and move it to the front, you know what I mean? But typically I'm just an infantry guy, so if you just wanted to run a gun and do infantry shit the entire time you're in Foxhole, go for it. Just remember that somebody had to make that shit, so don't use it just with abandon. Don't waste.
Fair enough.
Also, on the, you know what? On the, you know what? You're gonna help me demonstrate something here real quick. There is on Tutorial Island. There is no friendly fire.
Yeah, I've watched a few videos.
Yeah. So on Tutorial Island, there is no friendly fire. In the real world, there is. So please, for the love of fuck, don't shoot the friendlies. We'll get your ass banned quick.
How do you, if you have a bandage equipped already and you don't have your gun out, how do you actually use it?
If it's equipped, so it's in your tertiary slot, press 3 to equip, and then you just click basically on yourself. You have to be bleeding in order for it to work.
Bandages don't actually... you if you're bleeding?
Yeah. No, bandage is self-use only. If you want to heal other people, that you would need a medical kit, which actually turns one bandage into 10 uses that you can use on other people.
If I have 6 bandages right now, can I make a medical kit right here?
You cannot. Medical kits need, what do they need? 60 BMATs, and you make a crate of 10 of them.
And that would be right here in the factory?
Exactly. You make things in bulk here.
Is there anything that you can build out in the field, or is it basically prep before you go out?
No weapons or ammunition or anything like that. You basically are building buildings out and everywhere else, trucking things up with logistics.
Got it. And then as far if you are just like a standard infantry, what's your usual like gear that you take out? Do you take out some some bandages and obviously some grenades and weapons? Anything else?
Well, it depends on what the situation is. But my standard kit is a rifle and 3 clips of ammunition, and that's it. Any more ammunition, and you're kind of asking to waste it, or the enemy is going to kill you before you use all of it, I can almost guarantee. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll bring a grenade or a bayonet or a band-aid with me, and stuff like that. If I'm feeling really fancy, or I know that I'm going to be running into gas, I put on a gas mask and a filter.
I heard something about a shirt in this beginner guide I read. Is there armor, or is that a type of armor?
No, it is not a type. Shirt is slang for a soldier supply, SS. Basically, it's it's a spawn ticket. When you spawn in, you consume 1 shirt. So it is the way that we garrison new places is build up a forward operating base or a town hall, and put shirts into it, and then people can then spawn there.
Do you mind letting us know what the slots are on the right of the paper doll? I know the primary, secondary, and tertiary, but what are the other 5 slots?
The one right next to your primary is a spot for a critically wounded soldier. So if you find a critically wounded dude on the battlefield, you can actually, he's not a player character, but you can pick him up, put him into a ambulance, or just carry him back yourself, and turn him into soldier supplies at a field hospital.
Nice, just to avoid like wasting a shirt.
Pretty much, yeah. Sorry, what's up, Vision?
No, I was just saying that's pretty cool.
Oh, sure, yeah. Let's see what else. What was I saying? Oh, yes, more stuff.
Wait, you said that was not a player character?
No, they are not player characters. A critically wounded soldier is basically not a human being anymore. It's just a resource to be picked up. It looks like a person, but you can just, it's not a, there's no player on the other end of that who's like, help me! But trust me, if players are on the ground that are bleeding, they'll be screaming at you, medic, medic, please God help! The other slots are for a variety. You absolutely can. Actually, the medic is kind of one of the more sought after, not sought after, but valuable jobs, because you are going to be super fucking busy.
Yeah, how do I
all the time
get mediced up?
You will need, actually that's on the other side of this over here, and I can take you to it if you'd like. But essentially you'll have a medical bag that has 10 uses, which you reload with bandages. Then there is also a trauma kit, which you reload with blood plasma. That only has 1 use. The medical kits stop people bleeding, and then can actually give people health back.
And those 4 slots on the right of the paper doll?
Hang on, I'll 2 seconds.
No
then, where the fuck was I? Yes, trauma kits. Those are for picking up people who are on the ground bleeding. Then you only have 30 seconds to pick them up.
That's a player, or that's just to get the resource?
And that's a player. A critically wounded soldier will not be someone. It's just, you'll see their bodies on the field.
Yeah, I got you from earlier.
Once you're in the game, you'll definitely be able to see, because they critically wound, or somebody who's bleeding out, screaming for a medic, who's someone you can help, a player, will have a name like you or I above our head.
Can the enemies kill a critically wounded player, or are they just kind of like bleeding out slowly?
Somebody that's downed and bleeding out, an actual person, yeah, they can absolutely shoot people who are bleeding out. It's actually a strategy. If you hear people yelling full kill, that means that just don't let them bleed out, fucking kill them.
No
because
mercy.
There's a medic running around.
No mercy.
Yeah, no mercy. The ram has touched the gates.
Can you be a sniper, and can you see outside your like little bit of range? Is there a way to?
Yeah, you can.
A little.
I've seen videos of it, but it's not a whole lot out of your range.
A little bit, yes. With rifles and stuff like that, you can extend it just a little bit. Like, for example, I can see kind of past this building. Oh. But you can also be a sniper. Yeah, absolutely. Sniper rifles have, like, ridiculous vision. But for the majority of it, you're going to be kind of confined to your little bubble.
Now, is there a place that we can get guns to start out with, or what?
This is Tutorial Island, so literally nothing you do matters here. If you want to get into the actual game and start grabbing some guns and futzing around, that's where we're going to be going next. If there's nothing else that I can help you guys with here.
I'm trying to fix you.
Is there like level requirements on crafting stuff?
Nope.
So
There's no leveling.
As long as you got the materials, you can make whatever you want.
As long as you got the materials, you can solo build a main battle tank.
Okay.
And it's just rank is just so you have a little bit more capabilities. But as far as like if you have a rifle and I have a rifle right now, we're gonna be the same strength.
Yep, exactly. The only thing that rank.
Sounds good.
Oh, sorry. Do you need a full crew to do a tank, or is it one guy controlling the tank?
You can solo a tank. I really don't recommend it. Even
Well, I mean, like you have
tank,
a gunner and all that.
Yes, there are different roles. There's a driver, a gunner, and a commander in a light tank. And a main battle tank has, let's see, As a driver, an engineer, a machine gunner, a commander, and a main gunner. 5.
Neat. There's no planes in this, right? That would be weird.
Not yet.
Yeah, they do have. I didn't really know there's like a vertical plane as well. It's not just isometric.
There's a little bit of that, and you're gonna get irritated at it because sometimes it'll fuck you. But that's just
Oh
the
yeah.
nature of it.
I was trying to take out a dummy, and I was like, I'm the dummy.
What was I saying?
Paper doll, maybe.
I don't know. Any other questions before I move on to my last spiel, and then I'll take you guys into it.
Paper doll.
Paper doll? Sorry.
Yeah, the 4 icons or the 4 slots on the right of the. Paper doll.
Right. Those those are for other equipment. There's one spot for a bayonet or grenade launcher. There's one that is reserved for a radio. There's another that is reserved for radio backpack, and then I think the last one is for a gas mask. Again, you'll kind of see this once you get in.
Okay, radio and radio backpack on the way. Can you explain those maybe? What those do?
Yeah, sure. Radio backpack gives a little cone of vision around you on the map. So if you press M, it'll like show stuff around you, moving dots, vehicles, buildings, stuff like that, so that we can get what's known as vision or radio coverage. Helps people tactically understand what's going on in and around you. It's a very small radius.
So they're usually just like one radio guy that kind of is like a radar, more or less.
Pretty much, yeah. Mobile radar tower is what that is. You can also build radar towers. You'll see those in game. Also known as watchtowers.
That's the radio backpack. And what was the other one? A regular radio? What does that do?
The handheld radio, when you're close to a town hall or a forward operating base, encampment, whatever you want to call them, your map will update. How you doing, Diddles? That's fine, he can't kill you.
Can I grab that?
My leg.
What was he saying?
The radio, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Radio,
Yes.
the radio in and of itself is, that will provide you map updates while you're on the move. So you don't have to stand next to a town hall to get it updated every couple of seconds. You can just have that in your inventory, and then your map will update every couple of seconds. Very useful when hunting partisans.
So it's like a luxury item, more or less.
You know what this
Yeah,
game reminds me of? This game reminds me of Commandos.
A little bit.
Y'all ever played
much more.
Yeah.
Alright, shall we go on a mission or something?
Yeah, sure.
And by the way, I appreciate it, Captain Unicorn.
Yeah, absolutely.
The games would be so awesome if every tutorial had a real freaking teacher.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's a bit. This game is huge. There's a lot that I haven't touched on. For example, that thing that he was rolling around in is a harvester. It harvests stuff way the fuck faster than anything else. We also have these guys who are flatbed trucks who you load shipping containers on. There's also regular trucks. All kinds of garbage.
So I heard SMG is like the weapon to use right now, but you said use a rifle. What's the deal with
I
that?
use a rifle. I like the rifle. I can fight and kill an SMG most of the time, really. But it's literally up to you. There's a plethora of weapons. Each one of them have kind of overlapping understandings and roles. I know people who will take a machine gun out and just try and use it as an infantry weapon, which Godspeed to them. This way, my gaggle of newbies. So, this is some deployment stuff over here down by the boats. There's also some deployment up by the airplane hangars. You press E, and then you'll see this big map that shows up with all of these wonderful little diamonds. Some of them are glowing. Each one of those diamonds is a place that you can spawn in at, where some people are currently fighting or will be. The ones that are glowing are like, this is a hot spot.
Where are we headed?
I don't know. I'm looking, give me a moment.
So yes, sir.
Press 8 to salute. He didn't tell us the most important one.
Well,
Yes,
I would.
sir. You just say it while you're facing the other opposite direction of them. Yes, sir.
Okay. So there's a number of different areas that you could go to right now. Endless Shore, if you want to zoom in on that, there's a couple of areas over there that could probably use soldiers. Godscroft, also that kind of like linking area, could probably use some dudes to push into Weathered or Endless Expanse. The big fight right now is in Fairneck Coast, which is on the other end of the coast. If you want to try and spawn into Scarp of Umbros, they definitely need boys there. One last thing before you go. Anybody who has a decently high rank, such as myself or a lieutenant or a 100-man gets there, lieutenant colonel, feel free to ask if you don't know how to do something or you don't know where the fuck you're supposed to go. Generally speaking, march to the sounds of the guns. If you hear shooting or fighting, try and go that way. Ask people, hey, what's going on? Where you need me? Try and open up your map from time to time. See where the green and the blue mesh, and then kill the green and kill the blue.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of you guys just like lost in the middle of nowhere, and that'll take you like 20 minutes to get anywhere. So try to stick with the team, otherwise the game gets boring.
If you find, absolutely. If you find a group of people who look like they know what the fuck they're doing or have decently higher ranks, pretty much officer, cadet, or higher, then you can typically they know what the hell they're doing.
Staff sergeant, you can trust like with reservations.
With great assault there. Fuck, I wouldn't even trust a second lieutenant some days, you feel me?
Yeah. A lot of stuff in this game changes a lot, and some people are just retarded because it's the internet, so you'll hear a lot of dumb shit.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear a lot of dumb shit. So you guys can spawn in wherever you want. I'm going to go into Fairneck Coast. Oh, there's a queue for it, unfortunately.
Where can I pick up a weapon, though, besides this pistol?
The base is on.
Yeah, when you spawn in, look for that, either that tent that was over there, the town halls that I described, or probably going to be spawning it at things that are known as relic bases. Basically, if you press E and you see a bunch of guns and ammunition and stuff like that that light up, then you can start pulling stuff out.
You'll see, like, everyone will be gathered around somewhere, like, pulling shit out. You'll be like, that's where I get. Like, pretty much most of this game, just watch what everyone else is doing and kind of, like, pretend like you're doing it, and eventually you'll kind of get the hang.
For sure.
Hey, so how do we join a squad? Should we join a squad, or will we auto-join a squad, or how does that work?
You can if you'd like.
Join them there on the right of the screen.
Yeah, there's a menu on the right side. They disabled global squads for now. I think there's like a bug or something, but if you're in a region with squads, you can.
Looks like you can click a squad to join it.
And that
you can start your own too.
Yep.
The great part is there's so much equipment out on the field, you don't even have to grab anything.
This is true.
Alright, follow me. I'll get you to the fight.
Thank you.
Did you reload your weapon already?
Yeah.
Hello, lads.
Yep.
Jumping over to the next one, and then I'm pretty sure you can find it from there.
Thank you.
I feel like a true guardsman of Krieg.
No, we don't have enough artillery.
True.
I don't think they're allowed to talk.
No, they are. They're allowed to cheer for for their sacrifice to the Emperor.
And then they get
Remember, the Emperor
lamb.
wants sacrifice, not suicide.
Just to understand one thing, I serve no emperor.
An emperor?
There is no emperor of the Legion.
I'm just looking for a good log.
That's a sniper?
That sounds like the thoughts of a heretic.
Hey,
For Gorkin more.
someone help me? I didn't want to interrupt your conversation.
That deserves a commissar bullet to the back of the head.
Bleeding out.
That's a Warhammer, right?
Anyone have trauma? No one's dying. It's just, I didn't want to, oh, is that like trauma?
Yo, they're coming.
Where do I find a couple headaches?
They have a sniper. They have a sniper.
Oh my god. Keep your
I
head
saw
down.
that.
Guys,
Oh, right over my head.
Sniper.
The Emperor wishes sacrifice, not suicide. They're flanking up.
Save me. Die for me.
Break. God damn it.
Come on. I'm sure the sniper's not watching.
Go, medic.
He's gonna kill you.
Medic.
Yes, thank you.
Jesus, thank you.
They have a sniper, right? Where is sniper?
He's
Directly east.
east of us, northeast.
Directly east.
Don't run
Yeah,
straight
he's-
at the sniper and you won't.
Stick your sound,
Tunnel
boys. Stick your
directly
sound.
east.
I'll get out there and I'll run in a serpentine pattern. Then
I'm shooting down him.
That's not gonna work.
I'll let it work.
I got you.
Worked when
Serpentine only works against fire by ball. Fire by single shot. They're gonna fire by
I'm
volley.
still alive. I'm doing all right.
I can't.
Oh,
Sniper in like 2 rounds.
I found him.
There, we need to fuck that thing
Sniper
up.
dead.
Where is it?
Can we get
You gonna build her up here?